What's up, guys? So we've had a little time to play Marvel Rivals, and I'm still having a great time with it. Learning different characters and their usefulness on the field has been mad exciting for me, to say the least. However, I'm starting to notice a number of randoms playing the game who are really ruining the quality of the matches. And it's not even because they're objectively trash and have no business near a controller, but a lot of the goofy mistakes I see players commit in this game are totally preventable. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that everyone needs to be a bona fide expert at the game. Trust me, I work 10-hour shifts, bro. I just want to have fun after work too. But it's no fun to continuously lose to different squads, some who aren't even that good, all because players on your squad are being sorry on purpose and selling the match.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
I'm just saying a little practice and some general common sense can go a long way in this game. So today, we're going to go over the top 3 worst playstyles in Marvel Rivals and what you can do to avoid falling into them. As always, if you made it this far, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button for me, as it really helps out the channel, and also consider subscribing if you're feeling the content. Now that we got that out the way,
Give me my darn theme music.
Number 3, the main character. This is the guy who puts getting the most kills over actually helping his team. You know, the main people who've been complaining about needing roll queue because they're too stubborn to learn a different playstyle? More likely than not, these dudes are grabbing the same DPS character over and over again for every match, and they're not changing no matter what the other team is coming with. When you're playing with the teammate who has main character syndrome, they go out of their way to cripple the team because for some reason, they feel like they can take an entire team of 5 or 6 people all by themselves.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
I don't know if anyone ever told y'all this, but no matter how skilled you are at the game, even the most OP characters are getting washed if 5 people are aiming at you all at once. I could kinda understand if you picked a tank and did this, only if you wanna scrap that bad, but the main people that I see with this bad habit are Spider-Man and Iron Fist mains. These dudes usually swing into the mission area way before the rest of the team has the chance to get there, and what's worse is they're usually the main ones begging for healing.
What kind of shit is that?
And you know some of these dudes even have the nerve to be a healer like Rocket or Loki and try this? All just to run in all by themselves and act surprised when they get gangbanged to oblivion.
We do not want this sickness. This is sick. We do not want it.
A good tip that I have for people who like to play like this is you gotta learn how to be flexible. Like, I'm a DPS main admittedly, but if the time called for it, I can easily play a different character in any category. That's tank, heals, whatever. It's all about the matchups. Like, if I'm in the game and I see my team getting wrecked because there's only one healer, I'll switch to support just so the burden isn't all on one person. But the main point I want to get across is, this ain't Call of Duty, bro. Your KD ratio really don't mean shit, especially if you're consistently losing games. It's all just empty calories if you're stat padding the whole game. But if you take nothing else from my yapping today, please learn this.
Ain't he go? That's how we go. You like that?
Play within the flow of a team and you'll get much further. Moving on. Number 2, big dummies. If you're a big dummy, it's probably likely that you can't even spell the word strategy. The problem with these dudes are, even though they're usually tanks like Venom or Hulk, they usually just run in like idiots and throw punches at whoever's around. You can kind of lump them in with the main characters. The biggest difference though is, at least the main character may take a few people out here and there, but big dummies are usually getting dog walked while you and the rest of the team are on the way to the point. And the even worse part is that this is usually your team's only tank.
Ain't that a bitch?
What makes me call them big dummies isn't even the fact that they try to take on too many people by themselves, it's the fact that they do it over and over again and the results never change. You end up handicapping the whole damn team because you don't want to, or you can't adjust your playstyle. There's a wise quote that says, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. And these dudes personify that quote to a T. But if you are, or happen to know somebody who plays like this, tell them,
Stop it. Get some help.
nah, but seriously, wait on your team, damn it. The main reason this seems to happen a lot is because sometimes your team gets wiped at all different times during the match and you spawn at staggered points, which knocks the rhythm of the group all the way off. Shit happens, you know? But the easiest way to fix this is, if you see the rest of the team get washed, don't just run in by yourself, goofy. Wait for your people to spawn with you so you can attack together. It's really not that hard. Hell, you can at least wait on your healer so you don't die instantly. You would think that's common sense, but the amount of big dummies I see is really mind-boggling.
What, are you fucking retarded or something?
So if you really want to help your team, practice a little patience and fight with your team. Alright, let's get to the last one, and this is a good one. Number 1, the sap. So you might be wondering, Diz, what the hell is a sap? Well, SAP is just an acronym I came up with that can mean a whole lot of things, honestly. You might think of it as a sorry-ass player or a sad-afraid pussy, but my basic definition for it is scary-ass punk.
We can't! They do snap! We can't! They do that! What we gonna do? What we gonna do?
These are the players who are the exact opposite of the main characters in the Big Dummies. These dudes spend most of the game trying to either hide behind walls, camp the same vantage point, or if they pick an Iron Man or Storm, they float as high as they can go and end up hitting nothing because they're too damn high up. These dudes irk my last nerve the most because as stupid as the Big Dummies are that I mentioned earlier, at least they're brave. The SAP won't even jump into the fight, and it's usually the biggest liability on a team because you never have any backup when it's time to scrap.
I am so scared.
I get that everyone isn't gonna be an expert fighter at this game, and that's fine. But to leave your team hanging because you're too to lose a matchup is straight up bitch made, and there's no better way to describe it. A lot of these dudes are mainly worried about their KD ratio as well, but instead of trying to get kills like the main characters do, they're more worried about taking a death and doing everything in their power to prevent that, even if that means hiding from the other team.
What a pussy.
And the saddest saps of all are the ones who pick DPS characters like Star-Lord and Punisher and try to peek corners the whole game. Like bro, those dudes in particular are among the best skirmishers in the game. If you don't get in there and mix it up with these niggas,
I'm so sick of these people. You know, oh.
But nope, you will find these dudes hiding in the corner waiting on the other team to push instead of taking the point like they're supposed to. It's just aggravating, bro. And don't get me wrong, I'm not telling anybody to jump out in the open and get clapped over and over again, but when I personally jump into a fight, I gotta worry about all 5 group members most of the time. Meanwhile, the other team never gets that same smoke back from us.
Smell like bitch in here. All y'all smell like bitch to me.
That's just crazy, dog. But again, don't get me wrong. If you're a Black Widow or a Hawkeye main, even though they're technically DPS, their role in the game specifically is to snipe the other team members and pick them apart from a distance. So I don't really count them in this category. My smoke is for dudes who pick good fighter characters and are yet scared to fight. Let me give you dudes a word of advice. Stop being afraid to die.
What?
What?
I know that might sound crazy to some of you, but you'll never get good at the game if you're in constant fear. That's like trying to learn how to roller skate but being scared to fall. It just don't work like that. Wins and losses come a dime a dozen in games like these, and I can deal with losing, honestly, I really can. But not trying at all to preserve your precious stats is something myself, and I'm sure millions of others just can't tolerate. So moral to the story is, get your ass in the lab, work on your aim, and in the wise words of the dragon,
you must free your ambitious mind and learn the art of dying.
Thanks for watching today, guys. What are some of the most annoying player types you've seen on Marvel Rivals so far? Whatever they are, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments because I want to compare notes just to make sure I'm not tripping. As always, guys, please make sure you drop a like on this video as it really helps out the channel, plus it's free.
Show love, nigga.
And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell on your way out so you never miss another video. I still have a bunch of these types of videos on the way, so stay tuned for those. I've been Diz the Wiz, the coolest nerd you ever want to meet, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
I'm ready, magic.